It's now time for Party Chat Sports.
The only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
Wow, what an NFL season it was. 18 weeks in the books, 32 teams in the field have now shrunk to 14, and 12 of those 14 are playing this wild card weekend. Welcome back, everybody, to Party Chat Sports. Gill, Drew Nelson, Dillon Schroeder, Cam Braun's not joining us this evening. Apparently, somebody's got to miss every week. We can't have a four-group pod. I don't even remember the last time we had all four of us
Very
on.
rare.
It feels like it's been a minute. I could be wrong.
Christmas.
It was.
The week before.
It was
Yeah,
the
it was
pre-Christmas.
the Christmas pod, wasn't it?
Dang, that was last
Yeah.
year. But
Well, Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. We are, of course, going to discuss Wild Card Weekend, but I think the first thing we have to hit on is a breaking news out of the NFL today. We had a feeling that at least one of these two AFC North teams that were in that AFC North essentially title game was going to fire or let go of their coach. And there's a chance they both do, but the loser of that game, it felt like, was going to lose their coach. That's exactly what happened. John Harbaugh parted ways with the Baltimore Ravens a few hours ago. I'm not shocked, but I'm also am a little bit, just because it needed to happen. But it's one of those, just because it needs to happen doesn't mean the organization's willing to let it happen. I mean, this is the Harbaugh-Tomlin conversation for years, where it probably should happen, but will it? And for the Ravens, they finally did it.
yes, they did. After a crazy Sunday night game, which was an awesome Sunday night game, in there for Game of the Year for 2025 here. Who would have thought Tomlin Harbaugh careers would have came down to one kick in the end zone there? Just crazy. I mean, he was the second longest tenured coach in the NFL, only behind Tomlin. Been around for like 18 years. Just wild to see. It needed to happen, though. You know, Tony Dungy put out a tweet that was like very belittling of the Ravens. Like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Showing his regular season record. You know, this was the first year with less than 10 wins in the last 5 years or so. But what Tony Dungy failed to talk about was the lack of playoff success and all those years where they had a clear track to the AFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, and they didn't make a single trip. And they haven't been to the Super Bowl in like 15 years with some pretty good rosters. So it's a perennial, underachieving postseason team. This year, again, with all the pieces, favorites in the AFC North, favorites in the NFL. I think they were tied for the highest over-under mark at like 11.5. Failure. Season was another season was an utter failure. So, it's one of those things where the old heads are going to be like, how do you let that happen? But it needed to happen.
Well, that's like Tomlin conversation every single year. Like, you get the old heads or like the Schefters and the Rappaports that are like, well, all these fans, they want him gone, but who are you going to bring in? And the second that you let him go, they're going to be scooped up by another team. Here's a Tony Dungy tweet. I can't believe what things have come to in the NFL. John Harbaugh has coached the Baltimore Ravens for 18 years. He took them to the playoffs 12 times. He won a Super Bowl for them. The last 4 years, they were 10-7, 13-4, 12-5, 8-9. They made the playoffs 3 straight years and missed this year because their kicker missed the game-winning field goal in the last play of the season. And he was fired? I'm sorry,
Yes.
but I don't understand. Good luck, Baltimore, in finding a better coach. If your season comes down to one missed kick, then you failed along the way. That's like whenever people blame kickers for losing them games, there's other opportunities to win games. Like, it's not just the kicker. If it comes down to just the kicker, that means other things went wrong throughout that game or throughout that season. And it's just been time. He's run stale. It sounds like there might be tension between him and Lamar, possibly. And if that's true, you side with the two-time MVP, who is still in his prime, over the old head, who really has not lived up to the expectations that they've had the last couple of years. They were the number one seed in the AFC a couple of years ago. The Kansas City Chiefs had never played a road playoff game, and what do? They stopped that Ravens team from doing jack squat. Like, the paths have been laid out for them, and they've failed. And that's on multiple layers of the organization. It's not just Harbaugh, but he's a head coach. He's the one that has to take the brunt of it. And I do think, Tomlin faces that same thing. And I'm very curious to see if they lose this week, does he face the same fate that Harbaugh did, or did just simply making it to the playoffs, is that still just enough for the Steelers? Just barely.
Sadly, yes. I don't even think he would have got fired even if they lost, just simply because his contract had another year on it, and Rooney doesn't fire people. But we'll never know the answer to that. I would like to think they would have got rid of him if they would have lost, especially if it would have been an embarrassing loss, like double digits. But
it was shaping up that way for a minute. Like, it looked like it was for a second.
That's neither here nor there, though. What's happened has happened. Tomlin got into the playoffs. They won the division, which they haven't done since 2020. He secured his job if he wants it. As unfortunate as that is. So.
Sad.
Yeah. It's
sad. Another year of the same thing. You know what they call that?
Purgatory.
Purgatory.
But we're purgatory with rings.
Insanity.
Oh yeah, they're definitely insane for sure. Expecting the same.
Yep.
Expecting different results.
Doing the same thing.
Expecting
different results.
But we got Rodgers. That was different. We got an old quarterback. Who
it was different.
Coming back.
So you did different things, but got the same results.
Same results. So what is that? Schizophrenia? I don't know. Insanity, schizophrenia. Anyway,
you did the same
purgatory
thing.
Insanity. I don't know.
To be fair, Rodgers has had a really good season and has completely turned around his entire Jets tenure. It's in the past. It's been a really, really good breath of fresh air of some excellent quarterback play in Pittsburgh for parts of the season. Hasn't always been perfect. It hasn't always been perfect. There were definitely some downs there in the middle. That Chargers game, lowest of lows, but he hasn't thrown an interception since the Chargers game, and that was 2 months ago. So he's played well.
And my biggest gripe with people that mention like how great he's been, it's not like he's pushing the ball down the field. Like, I want to see his chart, like one of those passing charts.
Oh, it's not
just a lot of.
Yeah, it's
not
a
lot of just dumping it off to Kenneth Gainwell. I think, statistically speaking, some of his averages and some of his yards per his YPAs and stuff like that.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if we have access to this information on PFF, because we are subscribers now. Thanks, PFF.
Ooh, that's right.
I don't know if that's a PFF chart that normally comes out.
Average air yards could just be a thing. But we'll see. Anyways. Yeah.
But, to be fair, also last year he was coming off of an Achilles tear. So, there was that. I think New York, they just caved to everything Rodgers wanted. And there was no... it was like spoiled kid. Where
I have average depth of target. Average depth of target. This might do it for you. It's 6 yards. That's 40th in the NFL.
Where's that rank?
40th.
Oh my goodness.
Good Lord.
Now, I'm sure there's a couple, like someone like,
Milton.
Zach Wilson, who went in for like a Hail Mary, is going to be like first or something, so it's pushing him down.
It doesn't have like a minimum X amount of snaps or something like that.
Still,
it's just
still. I wish I could click on
insane.
that and see the rank, but.
And we'll continue talking about the Steelers in that game. That will actually be at the later portion of this pod, since the Steelers wildcard game is the last wild card game.
NFL don't give a darn about my sleep schedule, man.
Sorry, did you see the Texans were shocked? Like their social media team was even shocked that they were playing Monday instead of Saturday.
Saturday at noon Central Time. Yeah, that's funny.
It's something like that. You want to pull up those over/under win totals?
Yeah, I got a couple. Like, I got a couple of full season items. Obviously, here.
Time out. Before we get too far, I forgot to say this earlier, but on that tweet, if you guys saw earlier, that I sent just a little bit ago, the one from Jaguar Gator 9. In the Adam Schefter report that in the first 45 minutes after Harbaugh was fired, his agent said he received 7 phone calls from teams with interest. There are, in fact, 7 open jobs, one being Baltimore. So either he got it wrong or a team with an active coach called...
Because he quote-tweeted, Adam Schefter quote-tweeted somebody else that essentially said the same thing, and he said, at least one, and likely more. And the quote tweet was, that means a franchise that currently has a head coach reached out to Harbaugh's agent. And Schefter said, at least one and likely more. There is going to be a ripple effect. And I'm very curious to see what that domino, who else shakes free. And I mentioned it in our... Is it like
I mean, if you're one of those teams, you have to have, like... Can you get an agreement from Harbaugh before you even fire your coach?
You can get a back door, kind of like what teams... I mean, look, people talk
what if you
to
sign
agents and talk to...
Sign him as your special teams coordinator. Fire the guy, and he'll be the new. Yeah, I don't know.
Because you have to go through the route. You can't just hire. You can't just fire and hire. You have to go through.
You got to go through the rule.
But you can do what the. The Raiders did with Gruden, what the Patriots did with Vrabel, where it's like you kind of talk to his people, or you have like. Your people is going to talk to his people and just kind of communicate. You're not directly talking to, and then also agents are the agents for not just one guy; they're the agents for multiple people. So with
the Rooney Rule is actually the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and I understand the intention, but every year teams they interview people just to satisfy. Like I think it's actually doing a disservice.
It does. Well, that's Team Martin.
There's statistics out there that show it's been not effective.
T. Martin was like Tennessee Volunteers running back coach, and he was a Rooney Rule guy that the Raiders interviewed so that they could hire Gruden. I know Aaron Glenn turned down the Patriots interview because he knew it was just to fill the Patriots Rooney Rule, and he's like, I'm not being a part of your Rooney Rule thing. I'm not taking the interview.
Well, and then Brian Flores was the Rooney Rule thing for Patriots, I think.
Well, yeah, I love the people that like mention like, hey, maybe Brian Flores should go to the Giants, but Brian Flores is actively suing the New York Giants, so I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah.
You were saying about the Raiders.
Speaking of the Raiders, though, that's I think leader in the clubhouse for the John Harbaugh, maybe.
I don't know.
Because my thinking behind this is because Tom Brady is going to want to handpick his head coach for his team that he owns partially, and I don't know, maybe John Harbaugh's at the top of that list. Maybe Tom Brady wants a young offensive mind in the McVay tree, but if he doesn't and he wants like a esteemed guy that has his reputation around the league, John Harbaugh is instantly head coach number 1 available on the streets.
I've seen Giants rumored, like he's kind of what the Giants need, somebody that's structured.
I've seen Cliff Kingsbury what the Giants need.
Cliff Kingsbury?
Yeah, he's clinging. Sorry.
Cling on.
He should go to Ohio State, Kingsbury. Or Cliff. He should be the next. That Chip Kelly or Matt Patricia. I think the NFL would want John in Vegas so that you have Jim versus John twice a year.
That would be funny.
Probably.
If I'm John, I wouldn't go to the Raiders because they're one of the most dysfunctional teams in the NFL.
And they just fired Pete Carroll, who has a similar resume to John Harbaugh after a year. So maybe not.
They're paying $50 million.
We also won like
salaries.
2 games.
Yeah.
He won, very little games.
They're paying $50 million, and I love every time they mention that stat that Chip Kelly's just thrown into that $50 million statistic. To
Yeah,
help
they fired
increase
like
it, but
4
still,
coaches in a
$50
row
million.
after 1 year or something.
That's exactly where I would go, actually.
That's a free paycheck.
Because
Fire me.
Yeah.
Fire me, and I get paid millions to do nothing for 4 years.
that's like college football head coaches. I will take the job. What? Give me a huge buyout. Fire me.
Yeah, give me that 10-year
Yep.
contract with the ginormous buyout, and then I'll go lose 12 games.
Yep,
Anyway,
that's easy. I'll
not
do
to
at
get
some
too,
point. I'm going to
too
do a
sidetracked.
head coach matchmaker episode. I'll probably do that later this week or something like that. Once there's more
Like your
clarity
QB
on
one
like who's
coming up
interviewing
this year.
who. Yeah, well, I did the head coach thing last year, and that seemed to do
Yeah, you
well.
did.
So I'll probably do that again this year. So that'll probably come out in the next. I want to see like who's interviewing who and who's putting requests out for who before I start.
One last thing. Guess who got a coaching interview?
Your mom.
Not mad.
Jason Garrett.
I saw
I did
that
see that. I saw that.
for the Titans.
Good luck to that sorry organization.
They are a
Like,
bad organization.
If you're hiring a former coach, I think Mike McCarthy is the, by and large, better option than Jason freaking Garrett.
well, they,
And not just a former
Brian
head coach, but former
Flores.
Cowboys head coach.
Cliff
Yeah.
Kingsbury. There's so many.
Give me Matt
Hire that-
Nagy before Jason
Dude,
Garrett.
hire that assistant running backs coach before you hire Jason Garrett. Just give him a shot at least. Whatever. Anyway, are we ready to move on here?
Yep. Let's go over those win totals.
So there are 2 things that we here at Party Chat Sports do every year and have for at least one of the things many years now. Just started another thing. The first thing is our pickups. Obviously, we do annual pickums, and we have been keeping track all the way back to 2021. For some history behind the pickums, I won the very first year, and then Gill has since three-peated, putting on quite a performance. Drew finished second for 3 years in a row, so can never quite get over the hump. For 2025. Yours truly, myself, has won it again. I am now a multi-year Pick'ems champion. Got 177 right, 95 wrong. Second place, 2-way tie between Drew and Gill. So both of you finished with 175 and 97. Drew, second place finisher for the 4th out of 5 years. Very impressive. Cade finished
That's a
with
dynasty
160.
right there.
Yeah,
I'm never the worst.
No. He's basically the 90s Bills, losing 4 Super Bowls in a row, essentially. Yeah, there's someone that's always the worst. He's not here today. Cam did finish last again, 160 and 112. Cade, who did his pick'ems before the year even started, he did all pick'ems, and he beat Cam 166 to 106. So, good year though, fellas. A little bit of a fallback. Last year, the winners were in the 190s for correct picks, and this year we kind of reverted back to the mean of the 170s. So, we'll get them next year. But Drew, maybe your name will get etched onto the trophy sometime in the future, but not this time.
It's all right.
Winning 3 straight gets boring, so I'm glad somebody else took the mantle. The crowd gets heavy after a minute, so I'm glad to pass it off, and we'll get that back next year. The dynasty will it's still a dynasty over here.
You
lose one.
You are still the all-time leader in wins, Gill. You have 880. Drew is second in that statistic as well with 868, and then I am third.
Of course, Drew is second.
Yeah. And then I'm third with 863
Consistent.
and 5 behind him. So it's impressive.
Consistency is key.
Yeah, you're nothing but consistent.
And then over-unders. So we did the over-unders for the first time this year with the betting lines as they were, at that point in time. They've obviously moved since then, but impressive. We have a three-way tie for winning here. Myself, Gill, and Cam all tied for first, which means Drew came in second. Not necessarily. That means he came in like fourth or whatever, but I'm calling it second because it's too funny. We all got 19 out of 32 correct, so that's only 59%. I don't know if that's good or bad. We'll keep track of that moving forward here each year, and we'll see how we go from there.
I feel like that's bad.
It feels bad, but also over-unders are tough because, like, at least 4 teams finished within half a game. So, like, they were on the line one way or another. So that's why we lose, because Vegas always wins.
Vegas sets it there.
Yeah, exactly.
Vegas knows what they're doing.
The biggest takeaways, I would say, from the over-unders, the teams that beat, they went over by the most. You're going to see the Patriots went 6.5 over. The Jags went 5.5 over. They were each had a 7.5 line to begin the year. The Broncos went 4.5 over. So obviously 3 pretty good teams. And the Seahawks went 5.5 over. So pretty good teams there that had really good seasons, of course. And then the teams that went under by the most, the Chiefs 5.5 games under. The Cardinals 5.5 games under, which is truly impressive because their line wasn't even that high. And then the Commanders 4.5 games under. Raiders and Ravens 3.5 games under. So some interesting stuff there. Somehow the Saints, disregard what I was about to say. We're good there. The Saints and the Browns each came into the year with lines at 4.5, and they both hit their overs. So good job. The team with the lowest line that still went under was actually everybody. That was 5.5. Giants, Titans, and Jets all went under the 5.5 line. So, I don't know what the takeaway from that is, except that, Vegas always wins. So, I think that's all I got until we get to Chicago. So.
Very helpful.
But I am the champion. I also won one of our fantasy leagues. So
the one that matters the least.
Yeah, nobody.
Congrats to Chuck.
It still matters.
Back dynasty champion.
The actual
back-to-back champion.
So listen, I was back-to-back as well. Listen, all that means is a couple years ago I wasn't maybe the greatest at drafting, but I am now. So that's all that means. Why don't we talk about the playoffs? That are really good at drafting. Yeah.
Speaking of teams that are really good at drafting, the first game of your wild card weekend features the LA Rams, who have completely built that team, even without first-round draft picks. Yeah.
So they're bad at drafting?
They're going to Carolina.
Or they're excellent at drafting?
No, they're good at drafting despite the fact that they don't have first-round draft picks.
That makes sense.
Well, they do now. Now they've got 2.
Dang, they're going to be a dynasty.
Anyways.
Yeah, sorry. Keep going.
They've played the Carolina Panthers this week, and they've already lost to this Carolina Panthers team. That was a game. I think Stafford had like 2 or 3 picks. He had gone into that game, and they kept promoting.
Monsoon.
And they kept saying, Stafford hasn't thrown a pick in so long. He's 20 touchdowns, no interceptions. And it's heading into that week, it's all right, he's going to throw a pick. And he threw 3. That's not going to happen this week against the Panthers.
It might.
I wouldn't expect it to. I still believe the Rams are. I'm still taking them as a Super Bowl champ. I'm not hopping off that train yet. I'm not sure what this game comes down to is which Panthers team we're going to get. Which Bryce Young are we going to get? Are we going to get the Bryce Young that has looked good at times, or are we going to get the Bryce Young that can't even throw for 100 yards in a game?
The Panthers have a losing record.
We've even seen both down the stretch. Yes.
The Panthers have a losing record. They're 8-9. They're going to get steamrolled. The Rams aren't going to just be messing around this time.
Every team they beat, though, was a playoff team.
They do have an impressive, their wins are impressive. The Rams are one of those wins.
They do have the inevitable Rookie of the Year, so I'll give them that. There are at least 2 I think should be.
They voted today, I believe.
The Rams are 10.5-point favorites heading into this game.
Is that like the largest spread on a? Is that the largest? Is that the largest home underdog in playoff history?
Probably not.
I'll Google that and see what Grok makes up.
Are you
Google makes up?
You're going to Google it? Okay.
Grok.
I do still like the Rams. Yes, at times Stafford does, put the ball in harm's way.
They are tied for largest ever.
Who's the other one?
The 2010 Seattle Seahawks were 10.5 point underdogs against the Saints, but they won that game outright.
Was that Beast?
That was Beast Mode,
or
I think. Yeah, that's the Beastquake game. That's crazy.
Dang.
They were 10.5 underdogs at home?
They were 10.5 underdogs at home.
Yeah, because that was
losing
before
record?
Russ.
Saints were the defending
Was that,
champs.
like,
I think that was pre-Russ.
it was pre.
That was like the Drew. That was like the Drew Brees. That was the prime Drew Brees Saints team. So who did that quarterback have
Like
been? Was
Matt
that
Hasselbeck.
Was it Matt
Hasselbeck
Hasselbeck?
or
Oh my god. Anyways,
you got
not
Brock
to,
right in front of you?
Keep going though. Talk about this one.
Rams going to dominate. They're one of the best teams in the NFL. The Panthers are not. There's a reason the Rams are 10.5-point favorites.
The Panthers are a top 50% team.
They
Good
are.
job.
They're actually like top 40.
That was Hasselbeck, by the way. Rams are gonna win
So that's
by
your
a lot.
4:30 game on Saturday.
There's a reason for that. Because it's not gonna be a good game. That's the reason.
Yeah, that's.
But
Go on
I will
about
say
Saturday, and then-
one thing about that game. Happy. Oh, hold on. I'm reconnecting, so I don't know how good that's going to be. I'll say it anyway.
That's probably not good.
Happy that the Panthers made it and not the Bucks, because I feel like the Bucks have been given enough playoff chances recently and have done nothing with it. So good for the Panthers to get a chance with Bryce Young.
Yeah,
They were scrappy when they made it. At least the year that they smoked
Yeah,
the Eagles, and then
Todd Bowles is probably
the
also going to
Lions
be.
or whoever that was.
Todd Bowles is probably also going to be out of a job here soon, if he's not already.
I think him and the Buccaneers mutually part ways. From the people that are still connected with him from the
Could be
Jets,
that
they
team that
talked about
called.
Todd Bowles a couple times. I think it could be. It definitely could be. Where would you rather go? Would you rather go to Vegas or would you rather go to Tampa Bay?
Tampa.
I'd rather go to Tampa.
The number one pick is enticing, though.
That number one
It's
pick and being
enticing,
able
but there's
to
more
pick a
stability in
quarterback of
Tampa.
your choice is nice. Yeah. Listen, Raiders are in a good spot. They got some young weapons. They're going to add a quarterback. They'll turn it around.
It's
Genty.
also a really tough division.
Yes, it is. It's not fun over there. But
Where in the NFC South, the NFC
very
South champs
easy.
that literally only won 8 games.
yeah.
So you got
That's
a
a good
better
point.
shot of making the playoffs in the NFC South. In the NFC North, we do have an NFC North battle Saturday night between the Bears and the Packers. We've seen this game twice already, and it's been fun both times. Caleb Williams has showed out. He's been impressive, I've thought, in both these games, especially the most recent game, where he definitely clutched up at the end. The Bears winning the NFC North, I'm not sure how many of us had that on our bingo card. Ben Johnson has probably overperformed expectations. Caleb Williams didn't get 4,000 yards, but he was damn close. The closest
Yes,
the
he
Bears
was.
quarterback's ever been.
39-42 is what he finished. He averaged 231 yards a game. He just needed 4 more yards per game to get there.
So that's the most passing yards in a single season in Bears history.
Yep.
Yes.
Passing Eric Kramer.
He passed that in like the second to last game, too. Wasn't even the last game.
Bears legend, Caleb Williams.
I said something earlier this year about him becoming a star next year. I think he can do it this year if they go on a run.
If he goes on a playoff run, yeah.
He's arrived. And the Packers are like the wheels are falling off as they roll into the playoffs here. They are not looking good. Jordan Love hasn't played in a handful of weeks. It's not good.
They rested. I know they rested everybody last week because it wouldn't have mattered, even though it kind of did at the end with the Eagles. That was a weird thing. But
Eagles were division winners, though.
No, that was Eagles and Bears. That was an
Eagles
Bears.
No,
thing.
it was
Eagles rested their starters,
It was Eagles,
and it mattered.
Yep, that impacted the Bears seating. Never mind. Yeah, the Packers had nothing to play. They were the 7th seed regardless.
They lost 16-3 to the Vikings.
And only barely because of that tie.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Oh, Clayton Tune started that game. They rested Malik Willis. What are we doing here?
yeah.
No, he's hurt. He's hurt.
Oh, he is.
I didn't know that. That's sad.
Yeah, the Packers might be screwed. I keep seeing like rumblings of LaFleur and his job security.
He's gonna be the 2026
Steelers
Steelers quarterback.
Malik Willis?
Yeah.
No, Aaron Rodgers will come back for another year.
If they lose, I don't think he does, but I'll talk about that later.
Okay, we'll get to that. I think the Bears can smoke the Packers.
They can.
I think they can.
But will they?
But
There's
the
There's
Bears.
been plenty of times this year the Bears have not done very good.
Fair.
They are still the Bears.
There's probably a handful of games on there that were a coin flip away from going the other in both directions. A coin flip from being a win, a coin flip from being a loss. So
They also didn't even play very well against the
earlier in
Lions.
the year. No,
it's correct.
they didn't. I was saying earlier in the year where, yeah, the Bears' wins aren't the greatest wins, but they're learning how to win, and that's important for building up your program. They're learning how to win, and
but that's not important for the playoffs.
We'll see.
Next year's playoffs.
It's important to learn how to win in the playoffs, but yeah, it might not help them right now.
And the one thing I'll say, they were neck and neck with the 49ers there in San Francisco just a couple weeks ago. They were right there. And we had so many games of the year this year, it's kind of nuts. That was one. That was in contention for one at one point.
It was a good year. It's a good year.
So we'll see. I ultimately think the Bears win this game, though. I feel pretty confident in that. They are. What the? There we go. The Packers are actually favored.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
1.5 point favorites on the road.
They think they're going to be the Bears.
I guess the Packers have been there. But, again, I've never been the biggest Jordan Love believer, and he hasn't done anything this year to make me think he can win a
Jordan
playoff
Love
game.
sucks.
Go Bears. Sucks.
Go Bears. Where did he land on my quarterback rankings that I did a month and a half ago? I'll check.
Where did he land on what?
Remember the little QB ranking thing I did? He landed 19th on my QB rankings. The little quiz.
Yeah,
I'll send you guys the links.
That's hater activity.
I mean, who would you put below Jordan Love? Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Stafford, Herbert, Burrow, Jackson, Prescott, May, Caleb Williams, Sam Darnold, C.J. Stroud, Baker Mayfield. Probably too high at this point in time.
You started the countdown there.
Hold on. Trevor Lawrence, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Jared Goff, Brock Purdy, Aaron Rodgers. There's maybe an argument for like 2 or 3 of those names to be moved up. Nah,
most of those, once you said Darnold, are probably in the conversation at the bare minimum.
Hurts, I could see the conversation, especially this
Oh,
year.
I'm making that all day. I wasn't worried about that one.
Darnold's above Love. Stroud is above Love. Mayfield's probably below. Lawrence, I think, is above Love. Hurts is below.
Right now.
Jaden Daniels is below due to injury. Jared Goff.
Purdy's above Love, in my opinion.
I don't care about Jared Goff, so do what you want with there. And then I think Rodgers has been playing better than Love recently. So it's close. That's the point. He's bottom half, which means he's
closer to bottom half than top half.
Yeah, or he's right smack dab on the line.
It's interesting.
It's the league average. There's a lot more average quarterbacks in the league.
I don't know that I agree.
Where would you put
It's not a great time for NFL quarterbacks. Like, even the top 10 is not as good as the top 10 as it was 10 years ago, it feels like.
I'd say he's at least top 14.
I also didn't put, I don't know where you have Bo Nix on this ranking, but he was below Jordan Love. Daniel Jones was below Jordan Love. I don't know where you would put him either at this point in time.
I would keep him down there.
Yeah, probably.
Let's move on to the Sunday games.
Sorry.
Because we've got a couple more games to discuss here.
Love these side
Sunday
tracks.
slate. Sunday slate should be fun. Bills-Jaguars, first game of your Sunday, 1 o'clock.
Huge.
This could be the best game of the weekend.
This will be awesome.
It's actually tragic that they're matched up round one.
I know. Like, this could be an AFC championship game, and I'd be happy about it. But it's wild card weekend.
It's definitely a divisional series game, but it'd be a damn good one.
It's gonna. It does. You know what? It doesn't matter where you put it. It's going to be a damn good game regardless.
Patriots or Broncos are going to be in the championship game with the Bills.
Snooze fest. Boring. Two frauds matched up against each other.
What are you saying right now?
Patriots and freaking Broncos, man. Bums.
Aren't you like a Trevor Lawrence hater?
I'm a Jags truther.
But you're a Trevor Lawrence hater.
Go refer to our most recent TikTok. Go refer to our most recent TikTok.
Exactly.
Good plug.
I'm not a Trevor Lawrence hater. I said that.
Good plug.
I'm a Trevor Lawrence wait and seer. And we're seeing her right now. We're seeing her right now.
It'll be a great game.
All right, Bills-Jaguars.
That was all I had to say, yeah.
1.5 point favorites the Bills are on the road. I'll tell you what, if Trevor Lawrence plays the way he's been playing down the stretch, they could easily win this game.
Liam Cohen is cooking.
Liam Cohen, Coach of the Year.
That man in the kitchen. He's Gordon Ramsay right now.
Yeah, actually, is he the favorite?
That or Vrabel, probably.
I'm looking to see.
I'd be Vrabel.
Vrabel with 14 wins, I wouldn't be surprised. It'd be stupid if it was like Sean Payton.
That would be stupid.
Or Mike McDaniel.
Mike Tomlin.
You made it to the playoffs. Good job, buddy.
Some would say he's been deserving of Coach of the Year because he's taken some crappy teams to winning records, but you only win Coach of the Year if your expectations are low. It's the only way to do it. Anyway, while you're looking that up, this game will be fun. I think I'm surprised that Buffalo's favored. I guess I'm not because that's like the Josh Allen playoff effect, but yeah, Jacksonville's a good, solid team. Defense is there. Offense has playmakers everywhere. Brian Thomas Jr. finally showing up a little bit. Yeah, this will be an excellent game. Jacksonville at home too. I feel like that hasn't been historically. It's been fine, but recently that hasn't been an easy place to play. I don't think. So.
Don't ask the Steelers about playing the Jags in the playoffs.
Dude, I want nothing to do with the Jags, man. Nothing but bad dreams and nightmares.
Yeah, this should be a good game. I obviously I had a little bias towards the Jags this year because I wanted my take to be correct.
You don't have to be biased anymore. You already are correct.
I don't have to be biased, but during that bias, I grew fond of the Jags and how they were doing. So
Fake
good
it
to
till
see.
you made it, huh?
It's fun to see these teams. Like, can you imagine being a Jags fan down in the dumps and now you're one of the best teams in the NFC?
Yeah,
That's probably pretty
this
cool.
could have just been Bills. This could this could have just been Bills Ravens or Bills Chiefs or Bills Bengals. It could have been, but we're here.
Yeah,
we get a new matchup, a new exciting game.
It's a Jags home game.
Yeah, so we're gonna enjoy this one. We're gonna have fun watching this.
I think we're gonna enjoy a lot of them because there are a lot of new, at least on the AFC side. The NFC side's pretty. I mean, no
NFC
Cowboys,
side's
but
pretty
that happens
chalk.
every other year. So
it's pretty chalk over there. 49ers, Eagles being very.
I kind of like seeing new teams. I kind of like seeing the parity. Yeah, this is anybody's year in the AFC and anybody's year in the NFC. Like, this truly feels like anybody's year. It doesn't feel like
this is a Josh Allen go cement your legacy. It's a Josh Allen go cement your legacy. I think that needs to be said.
Or
here.
pile another 10 tons of shit on it because you couldn't make it still.
Because you had no Lamar and no Mahomes to go through, and you still shit the bed. It would be not good.
Imagine if the Jaguars do make the Super Bowl, though.
That'd be nuts.
Like, going from you drafted Trevor Lawrence, you had back-to-back first overall picks, you had the Urban Meyer shit show.
Liam Cohen lifetime contract.
He
would
will never have to buy anything.
That would completely
change tomorrow.
That would completely change Lawrence's career outlook as well. He went from like borderline bust, like he was supposed to be generational talent, and then he goes and gets a ring. That would completely change how his career is viewed. Completely.
Yeah. If he gets a ring, then it's like, oh, well, the generational hype was legit.
It's like, oh, holy crap. And now he's like in an echelon of quarterbacks. Been there, done that.
Like Jalen Hurts.
I was going to say something about that after that immediately went in my head after I said what I just said. And I was like, oh, but there's Jalen Hurts and he sucks. So, but we all know. Ball knowers know.
Nick Foles.
Joe Flacco was a great quarterback when he was playing.
He was. Those Joe Flacco.
Don't hate on Joe Flacco, man. He's still slinging the pill out here, man. He had some unction. Don't hate on Joe Flacco. He teared me up for 20 years,
thinking
man.
of quarterbacks
Don't hate on
that
Joe
I'm thinking of
Flacco.
quarterbacks that just won one. I
Joe
think of his
Flacco owns Mike
playoff
Tomlin.
game against the Broncos pretty often, where he just barely got it over the hand of the defender. And I think that was Jacoby Jones.
Jacoby Jones, R.I.P. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your Nick Foles
coach
ruined
of the
Carson
year.
Wentz, man. That's crazy.
Actually, the Rams ruined Carson Wentz because they
would Carson Wentz still be an Eagle if he didn't get hurt? We don't need to go down that rabbit hole, but
probably not. They probably would have won that Super Bowl though. I think
probably. So, you moving off of a Super Bowl winning quarterback like that,
and they had paid him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he might have been not as bad.
Coach of the Year odds. Vrabel closed as the odds favorite at minus 285. This is according to BetMGM. Mike McDonald is second with plus 300. Ben Johnson plus 1,800. Him and Liam Cohen are both plus 1,800.
Liam Cohen way too low.
Yeah, I mean that's
Maybe I should put a tag on that.
I mean, the unfortunate thing is it's because they know Vrabel's going to win it, so then automatically everybody else just has super long odds. Yeah, like you're trying to tell me Vegas doesn't know who's about to win that award?
Mike McDonald's a good one.
I like Mike McDonald.
But Liam,
he cooked.
First year head coach.
They had 3 wins last year, man.
And that's without their first round draft pick this year too.
Yes.
Who even was that? Or they just not
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
Oh yeah! Holy shit!
Just that guy.
Language. I just forgot about him.
They traded next year's first round draft pick
player in the draft.
I know. I completely forgot that he even exists. That's a bummer that he's out for this run. But
Jacoby Myers saved that team, man.
Yeah, the Browns
trade
fleeced him. My phone is
Browns
a billion
fleeced them
degrees.
for Travis Hunter, and then the Jaguars fleeced the Raiders for Jacoby Myers, and now Jacoby Myers is about to go on a generational run with the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the next game, though?
49ers Eagles.
Boring.
49ers,
Lame.
I think, are going to roll.
Bomb. Hopefully goes off midfield.
How are the Eagles favored? They're 4.5-point favorites.
Because it's in Philly,
Because the
right?
Niners are not that good.
And it's in
but
Philly, and
still, like,
Philly's filthy. The refs in Philly are almost as bad as the refs in Kansas City. It's bad.
that's
Are they as bad as the ones in Pittsburgh?
Usually the ones in Pittsburgh are really bad for the other team. Refs in Pittsburgh wear orange and brown.
the one thing that the 49ers will have going against them is if any more of their players die, because they've had a huge string of injuries. I'm surprised Kyle Shanahan doesn't have higher odds for Coach of the Year, because they've lost their entire team and they still won 12 games.
I mean, that goes back to Coach of the Year. You can't be an established coach and win anymore, really.
Well, then why is Mike Vrabel winning?
He's not established.
That's another
He's a
reason why I
first-year
like
coach.
Liam Cohen. But anyways,
He's not.
He's the first year
It's like if
coach
Bill Belichick went to the Falcons and
won
won.
Coach of the
Like,
Year.
is Bill Belichick getting Coach of the Year as a first-year coach?
Probably.
Come on.
He probably would, though, to be honest.
Probably would. He probably would.
Next game, though.
That's BS.
I'm sorry.
yeah, I really hope neither team wins. So
Go Niners. Go Purdy.
It's Purdy riding.
Chargers, Patriots.
Fun. Fireworks.
I think this could be
Lots
very
of them.
It's two teams that both struggle, like, at weird times.
Are the
or
Patriots for real?
can't be good teams. Or,
Patriots have
It's
one
tell
win
us.
against playoff teams or teams with the winning record, something like that. So
if you look at Tankathon, if you look at
Correct.
the top 10 draft order right now, that's also the Patriots schedule.
yeah,
the Raiders have as many wins against teams over 500 as the Patriots.
And the Raiders
And
have
that
the first
win-
overall pick.
That win was against the Patriots.
That Patriots win, that win is why the Broncos have the 1 seed and the Patriots don't. For the Raiders.
wow.
So we will see. I mean, obviously they beat the Bills, right? And they hung in there with the Bills the second time. But we'll see. Playoffs are
I
different.
really just want to see Herbo, like, finally win the playoff game, finally get that.
He's another one
weight
that
off
needs a
his shoulder.
playoff. He needs a playoff run, a deep one. But
Yes.
I don't know if this is the year for them. I feel like next year is going to be better for the Chargers. They had a lot of injuries.
It should.
If they had their offensive line, they'd be
Yeah.
a favorite.
Yeah. So for
I think
them to still
Joel
make it
died.
in, the whole O-line died. I'm pretty all of them. They're all just nothing. Yeah,
Dead.
they're in the inferno.
Patriots are favored 3.5. I like the Chargers in this one. I think Herbert finally gets his
I
playoff win,
bet
but I
you
don't think he
do.
goes on a playoff run.
I bet you do think that.
Hey, man. Look, I'll tell you what. I would rather see you know how much I drink the haterade. I would rather see the Patriots win than the Steelers win a playoff game. That's
Yeah, so rent free. That's hilarious.
no, because if the
Your division
Rodgers
rival,
and the
man. That's
Steelers-
just embarrassing.
Look, I can live with. I've done this Patriots thing for years. This is nothing for me. If Rodgers and the Steelers go on a run and win a Super Bowl, that's God telling me you got to stop watching football, man. You got to find something else to do. So I'll probably take his word.
I'd be unbearable if the Steelers won a Super Bowl. I'd be unbearable. 3 in my
So
lifetime.
Cam, I
Are
had
you
this
kidding me?
conversation. I had this conversation with Cam the other day, and I'm like, I've been thinking about this a lot. Of us four, who would be the most unbearable if our teams won a Super Bowl? It'd go Dillon, Cam, Drew, myself.
Huh.
Yeah.
More than I thought.
Cam put you higher. I'm like, just my interactions. Dillon will be the most insufferable because you're already insufferable enough, and then Cam's
I can
insufferable.
say I say 2, and if I can say 3, it's over. 3 to y'all 0. It's over. But yeah, it's not.
I really think the next one, whoever gets it, because now that we're all like
doing this
in this space, being active, in the NFL. I don't want to say NFL.
Our ball knowledge is infinitely higher than
nobody's, but
yeah,
we actively revolve our life around this. So now the next one's just going to hit like a freight train.
What would make me the least insufferable is the fact that my team sucked for so long, and where it's like, oh well,
you're just going to be so happy you might die.
One of those like feel bad.
Yeah, you're going to be so happy you might die.
I mean, to be honest, like if the Jets won one, I would, of course, not like it, but I would also feel like
I think it'd be the most tolerable because of how much I've been through.
And the same thing with kind of the Vikings, like. I would hate
Cam's
to have Cam say that,
and they haven't won anything.
Yeah, if Cam wasn't a Vikings fan,
have never won a Super Bowl.
If Cam wasn't a Vikings fan, I couldn't care less about the Vikings as an organization. It really wouldn't matter to me. But now, and Cam's not here, so he's not going to listen to this either. He can't defend himself. Yeah, with my entire being, man, I don't want the Vikings to win shit. The Buckeyes, I don't like them either, but man, yeah.
Love the dude, but God, the Viking stuff.
The homerism would go.
A victim of doing that.
I mean, I don't want any of your teams to win anything. If you all went 0-17, that would be great.
At this point in time, the four of us, nobody is rooting for the other in any scenario. So
no, only against another person, or if it favors us in some way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I favor the Cowboys against the Steelers and the Vikings. Against the Vikings and Steelers, probably I've hated the Steelers for so long. Like, that's my thing. For as long as I can remember, I haven't liked them. I don't know why. I just never have. So, like, of our 4 teams,
we're the anti-Jets. We win. That's all we do.
Purgatory.
9 to 10 games.
We're the anti-Jets. We win and we make the playoffs a lot. It's what the Jets don't do. So, makes sense. All right. Speaking of, who's the next team? Not the Jets.
Fair enough.
Speaking of.
All right. Well, speaking of the Steelers, our last playoff game, Texans-Steelers.
Yeah, I'm scared, for sure.
Texans are 3-point favorites on the road.
Yeah, dude. Texans, number 1 defense in the league and winning 9 straight. I don't want to run into that. We talked all year about who the Steelers were going to face. It was going to be so funny that it was the Bills. I wanted to face the Chargers, but no, it's just the number 1 defense in the league. So no big deal. On the contrary, their offense is 30th. So that's at least something to look forward to. Good news is Steelers are as healthy as they've ever been going into the playoffs in my recent memory. TJ Watt's actually not hurt for a playoff game. That hasn't happened in 5 years.
He just has half a lung.
Just half a lung. So he looked fine.
Not even a full single lung.
He got an interception. He looked fine. Cam Hayward played maybe the best game of his career on Sunday. And it's again, I say the anti-Jets, and I don't mean this in a Jets derogatory way, but this team
it's okay.
It's so cohesive right now. Everybody loves Rodgers on the Steelers. That was definitely not the case in New York, but in Pittsburgh, everybody loves that guy. He's been so nice to everybody. And it's just
I think his time in New York kind of was all right, maybe I got to change my attitude a little bit.
And knowing this was probably his last hurrah, he wanted to go into this having fun, and he is, and that's been good to see. The team's
you can see
playing,
him having fun.
Yeah, the team's playing I've said this all year. They can beat anybody and lose to anybody, so it really is a crapshoot. Getting DK back is huge. The offense was terrible without him. Played well Sunday, well enough, I guess. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna win. I didn't think they were gonna win on Sunday though, so I don't know. S from F. Should be a good game. It's gonna be one of those things where it's either a 1-point Steelers win on a field goal, or the Texans are winning by 20. It's one of the other. So
will this be 8 years in a row without a playoff win, or 9?
Their last win was in 2017, so 9. Yeah. I feel better than I have in recent years. Like last year, whatever. Last year I had no hope at all. None. Because Russ sucked. Then the year before that, Mason Rudolph was my quarterback going to Buffalo. That wasn't fun. So, like this is the best I've felt in a while since the last time they hosted the playoff game in 2020 against the Browns. That was no fun though. So, really, really anything can probably be better than what I've seen for the last 5 years. I say that now, but we'll see what happens on Sunday. To Rodgers though for a minute.
I think Rodgers could die Sunday.
The Steelers' offensive line has actually been pretty good. That's what has kept Rodgers upright all year, and specifically the last couple of months, he's had really good protection. So I actually think he'll be fine. But if they lose, I think he still retires. I could see a world where he comes back because he's having so much fun. If they win and don't win the Super Bowl, so they go next week or a couple weeks, I feel like he would come back because he felt like he was so close. He may give it one more shot. If they win the Super Bowl, he's done on the spot. So I feel like that's kind of the range of where we're at right now. If they lose, I don't think he comes back, and I don't think the Steelers would want him back because the whole point of bringing him in was to win a playoff game. If he can't do that, why run it back unless I don't know. Unless no other options are worth our time, like Kyler Murray or
And that's going to be
Malik
the other thing.
Willis. I don't. What's the replacement? If it's a draft somebody in the second or third round, like a Drew Aller or Cade Klubnik for crying out loud. Yeah,
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray's a Jet. I'm just kidding. Jets are probably getting a quarterback, but I don't know. I don't think they want that.
Honestly,
I wouldn't want that.
Quick Kyler Murray thing. I don't want that, but if the Jets are taking Dante Moore, because I would want Dante Moore to sit. Kyler has a similar enough play style where maybe it's fine having Dante Moore sit behind Kyler.
Dante Moore does not run
That's
nearly as much as you think he does.
No, but
I don't know who would.
Similar and wasn't even.
I don't
bring
know
Kyler
who
in
would
as like a bridge until Dante's ready.
Tyrod Taylor bridge.
I think the Texans are
Tyrod Taylor 2-game bridge until he collapses his lung. Then auto goat.
Yep, and that's honestly what I want. I want the Jets to do. I'll do a lot of this stuff this offseason, but we're already kind of here. I want them to do similar to what the Giants did with Jackson Dart, where you kind of overload, where you have like we're there with the Jets, where you have like a veteran in Russ, you bring in another veteran in like Jameis, and then you have the rookie quarterback. Like if the rookie quarterback's not ready, don't make him one twisted. Sure, I don't care.
Joe Flacco again.
Okay, for the third time.
Yeah.
I like the Texans a lot in this game. I think C.J. Stroud's going to be able to play all right. You saw what Lamar was able to find late in that game against the Steelers. Like, there were guys out on their own. It was like a desert out there. It was like they were wandering around. That was the fault of one man.
That was the fault of one man, Kyle Duggar.
It doesn't matter. That man's still going to miss again.
Huh?
Duggar. I don't even know her. I do think C.J. Stroud.
What about Patrick Queen?
What about him?
Or
dude, I'm not expecting Patrick Queen to man up Zay Flowers. I don't know who made that call. Whoever did that need to be fired. It's Terrell Austin. Fire. It's unfortunate because
a bad O-line, but their receivers are all better.
It's unfortunate because both of those deep pass plays should have been a sack. That is the one thing that Houston has to worry about is that O-line, because that is obviously the Steelers' defensive strength is the D-line. So if Stroud's under pressure all night, he's not going to be able to do nothing. if he has if you give him a play where he's got time, he'll probably find somebody down the field. Nico Collins will make a big play, but if he's getting shit in his face all night, it's going to be a long night. But it'll be like 7-10 or some crap, because that Houston defense is going to be stifling. So,
yeah,
better hope they don't score.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't come down to a kick.
And I know you
Oz
mentioned
has got me shivering my timbers right now. Also, that kick was blocked.
Got to bless that end zone again.
That his field goal was blocked. They zoomed it in slow mo, and the Ravens player cheered after
he shanked it.
No, it was blocked. So
he shanked it.
Yeah, you would know something about your.
I know you mentioned the offensive line. Man. I know you mentioned the offensive line for the Steelers holding Rodgers up. I don't know if the offensive line has faced a front similar to the Texans yet. Like Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter.
What would you call Myles Garrett?
That's one man. And you guys lost because you were focusing everything on that one man.
We sacrificed our game for that record, and it didn't matter. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that's the argument you think it is. You lost sacrificing.
Yeah, we did.
To get away from that man.
Yeah, we did.
The Texans.
I don't know.
So Cam and I, I don't know. I think this might have been last week.
They got the number one defense. I'm scared.
Like, right.
I know this. I'm scared.
Does CJ Stroud show up? I think if CJ Stroud plays well, the Texans are surefire favorites to win.
I think
if CJ Stroud kind of starts to crumble, that's where the Steelers have a shot.
I don't think it's in CJ Stroud's hands. As weird as that is to say, I think it's purely on the O-line. It really is.
Woody Marks legacy game.
Probably.
Maybe. Could be.
Chubb,
Cam and I last week were playing.
Field.
That'd be crazy.
Last time, I mean, it's not if.
It's a healthy scratch last week, though.
Oh. They were saving him for that Acrisure grass again.
Yeah, saving him up.
Maybe. But last week, Cam and I were making our playoff predictions. Like, all right, going through the scenarios of, like, all right, who we think is going to make the playoffs.
Jr. shadows Nico Collins.
Cam and I both had the Texans win the AFC, like, as we were playing this out.
Like recently? Like last week?
Yeah. So
that doesn't feel right.
I don't know about all that.
It doesn't, but it was like their matchups that they were saying. So the Texans, the way that we had it would play, Cam had them playing the Patriots.
Patriots to win
somewhere. No, they would beat he had them beating the Patriots.
See the Texans 5?
Yeah, the Texans are 5.
I had them. I was close. I was like, they were probably going to play the Jaguars. And then I was kind of 50-50 on if they beat the Jaguars. And I took the Texans, and then I managed to get the Chargers to the AFC Championship game.
What did Texans and Jags do this year? Did they split?
I think so, and that's why I did that. Texans, Jaguars. They beat the Jaguars on November 9th, 36-29. That was the game where the Jaguars had a huge lead and the Texans came back, and the Texans haven't lost a game since. The Texans are the hottest team in the NFL right now. Yep. And then the Jaguars won September 21st, 17-10.
Great. Great. Yeah. We're going to pick 21st in the draft and get nobody good. Can't wait.
And you got to wait till Monday night to watch that.
Hey, you know what? That just means
you don't even get to watch it Sunday. You got to watch it Monday night.
Yeah, ruin my sleep again, but it's okay. That just
Monday
means
night playoff game is the worst.
So they're guaranteed to finish top 9 in the NFL.
Do you actually get shafted on draft position just from that?
No, I think it goes back to record.
Is it record?
I think it goes back to record or something after that.
Because that would be nuts.
There's something where,
suck.
like, if you get eliminated in wild card weekend, it sees picks, and then if you get eliminated divisional round,
there's rules to it. It's not just time. Yeah, but
that would suck.
anyways, no
We
more
lost
red
on Monday,
zone.
not Saturday, so
Yeah. No more red
All right.
zone. Season's over. It's sadness for anybody no longer playing. So that's you two. It's not me yet.
it's actually
Thanks.
happiness for me. I'm pretty
Yeah,
happy. I'm pretty
well.
stoked. Season's over.
Draft
I don't have
season's
to watch
fun.
my team lose ever again this season. So
Yeah, not this year. Definitely.
you
this
still have
season.
heartbreak on the way.
Is it heartbreak if your expectations
And
are
yeah,
low? Yeah, the answer is yeah. The answer is yeah. It'll
you
be
can
8 years.
expect it and still have your heart broken.
It'll be
trust
8
me.
years. No, I know. 8 years.
I expected the
8
Rodgers
long
experiment to
years.
fail. I didn't expect him to die before he plays it. I was so heartbroken.
Don't get me started.
All right.
I can't laugh.
Well,
It'll go really bad on Monday, and I'll have to watch Mason Rudolph. And I don't want to do that.
laugh.
I don't want to watch Mason Rudolph in a
Will
playoff game
Howard.
ever again. I would love that, but it's not going to happen.
Dylan already
Okay.
mentioned we are going to. It's draft season, so we will have draft content up later. As we get through
Later.
the off season, expect to see a lot of draft stuff on our feed. So if you love the draft, stay tuned here to Party Chat Sports. I already mentioned I'll probably get some sort of head coach matchmaker episode up later this week, early next week, probably. Again, I want to see what coaches' vacancies open and all that stuff. I'll probably get another Monday morning drive up on, Monday morning. So we'll continue to pump out
Makes
content.
sense.
Just because the regular season's over doesn't mean that what we do here
Some
is over.
off-season
still
rebuild
continue churning
episodes.
everything out. We'll probably get some
Get a
team-specific
Cowboys
stuff up.
episode, Steelers episode, Jets episode.
Defense.
Position ranking episodes, probably some more of those.
We've got a lot of stuff. And if there's stuff you want to see, please make sure you're letting us know in the comments. Let us know. We love the feedback. I love engaging on our YouTube short comment section or our TikTok comment section. Like, it's fun for us to do that. So make
Both
sure you are.
positive and negative.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, everybody. We have loved everything that we were accomplished in 2025. We are over 200 subs. Let's see where we get to in 2026. Let's have a great wild card weekend. And as you know, we're anywhere and everywhere, all at Party Chat Sports. So until next time.
Go
Peace.
Steelers.
Go Jags.